Welcome back to the baking aisle, everybody. Today I'll be showing you how you can take your citrus to this, this, and package it as a lovely gift for your friends. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, you want to start by washing and drying your fruits. Then you want to grab a sharp knife and then scoring your fruit in the center and then the other way. That brings it into quarters, okay? Next step is to glide your thumb between the peel and the pulp and gently gliding it down to the end. That way you're able to release the peel from the pulp very easily, okay? Now that I'm done with the orange, I'll move on to the other citrus. I'll do the same thing to my lemon and my lime. And then we will take it from there. Next step is to slice it vertically about 1/4 of an inch thick, and you're going to do this same thing for all your citrus. After slicing up your peels, next step is to put them into a pan filled with water. Now you want that water to be the same level as your strips. Okay, so my peels have been boiling for about 20 minutes, and then I'm taking it off the stove and I'm straining that into my colander. I'm gonna rinse the pan and I'm gonna put the peels right back into the pan. Guys, I'm taking this back to the stove and I'm going to give it another round of boiling. But this time I am choosing to use boiling water to speed up the process. You can totally choose to start over with cold water, but you know, sometimes you want to reduce the time you stay in the kitchen. Okay, so this second time took less time to boil because I started with boiling water, and you can see that my strips are now translucent. So I'm taking it off the stove a second time and I'm straining out the water. Next, I'm going to make simple syrup, and simple syrup is just a combination of equal amount of water and sugar. Okay, so I'm using 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of water here. I stir down my pot and then I'm going to bring it to a boil. This is what you're looking for, and that makes really good syrup right now. So next step is to drop in all those strips. Give it a good stir and let it go. Okay, so this has been going for about 45 minutes and you can see that the liquid is completely reduced. All the strips are soaked in that syrupy goodness. And guys, just take a look at how translucent that is. Now that is what we're looking for. We'll get into the next step now. So I use a heat-proof tongue to pick out the strips and I shake off a little bit of the syrup as much as I can. And guys, I have underneath this wire rack, I have a tray to catch any liquid that might drop from it. So I'm going to gently arrange my strips on my wired rack so they don't touch, because when they dry, they're going to stick together and you don't really want that. Next guys, don't discard that water, okay? The remaining liquid from boiling it in your sugar syrup, you want to store that in an airtight bottled container and then put it away in your fridge. You can even leave it on your countertop if you're ready to use it immediately. If not, store it in your fridge. Guys, this makes for very good flavor for any of your baked goods. So this is the next day and my strips are completely dry. See how they look really firm to the touch. And the next thing is to pack them. So I am sorting them. I'm packing the oranges separate from the lemons and the limes. Okay, so I'm packing them in 3 different bags. You can totally pack them into bottled containers, but I'm going to be using these almost immediately, so I choose to put them in a Ziploc. Moving on guys, I have here my milk chocolate chips and I'm going to pour as little or as much as you will need into a glassware, and I'm going to place this in my microwave for about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to give it a stir, and if it is not completely melted, you want to put it back for another 30 seconds and do that in this increment, okay? And keep stirring until it's all melted. And that's what we're looking for. Next, I'm going to grab my wax paper or baking paper. So I'm deciding to use my orange peels here because orange and chocolate are a marriage made in heaven. So using a toothpick, I pin one of the peels and I dip it in the chocolate, and then I try to shake off as much chocolate from it as possible because you don't want it to be too bulky, okay? So I use the other toothpick to let it lay on this parchment paper. So I'm going to repeat this process for all the peels. So see, this is the last one, and I'm tapping out the excess chocolate, and that is just what you need to do. Okay, so this has been lying here and it has air dried, and you can see the chocolate has completely firmed up, and it's time to package this for my very dear friend. I'm going to be using the parchment paper to create layers. So you can use any size of box that you want according to the number of chocolate peels that you're making. Okay, so I'm just deciding that I want to make this box look so good or pretty. So I am tying a really lovely pink ribbon because that's my friend's favorite color. So I'm tying this pink ribbon around the box so that it looks beautiful. Guys, what do you think about this? I would love to receive one of these. It's so beautiful. And guys, that chocolate orange tastes so good. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you in my next one, guys. Bye-bye.